After Undertaker made a shocking return to confront Kane, who had left him in a vegetative state 2 months earlier, the brothers were booked to settle their differences at the upcoming pay-per-view inside Hell in a Cell. Early in their match, Kane executed a tombstone piledriver, but Undertaker kicked out at 2. Enraged, Kane attacked the referee, prompting medical staff to enter the cell to assist. Amid the chaos, Undertaker's manager sneaked into the cell. Kane then moved toward Bearer, but Undertaker intervened and prepared to deliver his own piledriver. However, Bearer shockingly betrayed Undertaker by distracting him with his signature urn. Following this loss, Undertaker began tormenting and stalking Kane, leading to one final showdown in a buried alive match at the 2010 Bragging Rights pay-per-view. Shortly after their match began, Undertaker applied a submission hold on Kane before turning his attention toward getting revenge on Bearer. Before Undertaker could reach Bearer, the Nexus interfered and attacked him, allowing Kane to strike Undertaker with the urn. Kane then used a digger to bury Undertaker alive and win the match. After Edge embarrassed Kurt Angle by shaving his head completely bald, Angle sought revenge by challenging Edge to a steel cage match. Shortly into their bout, the referee was inadvertently knocked out. Angle then hit Edge with a top rope angle slam and escaped the cage, but Hulk Hogan capitalized on the referee being knocked down by attacking Angle and throwing him back inside. Angle then attempted another escape, but Hogan moved the cage door to prevent him from exiting, allowing Edge to regain control, deliver a spear from the top rope, and pin Angle to win. To add insult to injury, Hogan humiliated Angle again a few weeks later by removing his wig to expose his bald head, prompting Angle to challenge Hogan to a match at the upcoming King of the Ring pay-per-view. Their match featured non-stop back-and-forth action until Hogan taunted Angle by removing his wig once more. Furious, Angle attempted to strike Hogan with a steel chair, but accidentally hit himself instead. Hogan then tried to execute his signature leg drop, but Angle reversed it into an ankle lock, forcing Hogan to tap out and give Angle the victory. After Cody Rhodes knocked out Rey Mysterio with a knee brace to secure his first ever WrestleMania victory, he shifted his focus toward becoming world champion by competing in a 20-man #1 contender battle royale. However, Rey Mysterio ended Cody's dream by eliminating him from the match. To settle their differences, the two faced off on SmackDown in a match filled with non-stop back-and-forth action until Rey secured a victory with a quick roll-up. Infuriated, Cody immediately attacked Rey, hit him with a crossroads on the floor, and humiliated him by placing a brown bag over his face. Following this brutal assault, they were booked for a Falls Count Anywhere match at the 2011 Extreme Rules pay-per-view. The match quickly spilled outside the ring, where Rey executed a splash onto Cody from the entrance ramp. They continued their brawl through the crowd and into the concession stands, where neither wrestler could maintain control, prompting them to return to the ring. Cody briefly dominated until Rey sprayed him in the face with mist, allowing Rey to connect with his 619 finisher and pin Cody for the victory. A couple of weeks after Randy Orton defeated John Cena in a historic tables, ladders, and chairs match, Orton added insult to injury by attacking Cena's father, who had to be stretchered out and sent to the hospital. As a result, Cena was granted an opportunity to face Orton for his newly won championship. During their match, both wrestlers exchanged their opponent's signature moves until Cena gained the upper hand with his STFU submission hold. However, the lights suddenly went out and the Wyatt family appeared, distracting Cena long enough for Orton to hit an RKO and pin him to retain the titles. Cena received another chance to become champion by competing inside the Elimination Chamber. The Wyatt family interfered again by attacking Cena, allowing Orton to eliminate him. As a result, Cena challenged the Wyatt family's leader to a match at WrestleMania 30. Bray employed various psychological tactics, attempting to provoke Cena's darker side, but Cena resisted the temptation, delivered his attitude adjustment finisher to Bray, and pinned him to win the match. The week after knocking McMahon out with a punt to the head, Randy Orton earned a title opportunity by winning the 2009 Royal Rumble. However, before Orton could select his WrestleMania opponent, Shane McMahon returned to WWE to confront him for attacking his father, challenging Orton to a no-holds-barred match at the upcoming No Way Out pay-per-view. Early in their match, Shane struck Orton with a TV monitor and took out Orton's legacy teammates, but when he turned his focus back to Orton, Shane was sent crashing through the announcer's table. Orton then delivered a superplex to Shane through another table, followed by an RKO to secure the pinfall victory. Still unsatisfied, Orton punted Shane in the head, prompting Shane's sister Stephanie to check on him, only for her to fall victim to an RKO. This infuriated Stephanie's husband, Triple H, who retaliated by attacking Orton at his home until police intervened. Orton subsequently chose to face Triple H for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 25. And although Orton appeared close to victory, Triple H punted Orton in the head, struck him with a sledgehammer, and executed his signature pedigree finisher to win the match. After Chris Jericho disguised himself as a fan to ambush Rey Mysterio, he attempted to unmask Rey. Seeking revenge, Rey put his Intercontinental Championship on the line to convince Jericho to face him at the 2009 Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Their match featured non-stop back-and-forth action, with both superstars struggling to gain the upper hand. Rey introduced a steel chair into the match to gain the advantage, but when he attempted his 619 finisher, Jericho ripped off Rey's mask, distracting him for long enough for Jericho to pin him and win the title. Following this, Rey persuaded Jericho to grant him a title rematch at the upcoming Bash pay-per-view by agreeing to unmask permanently if he lost. Shortly into their match, the action spilled to the outside, where Jericho gained control. Once back in the ring, Rey tried to fight back, but Jericho continued to dominate and again removed Rey's mask, only to reveal Rey was wearing a second mask underneath. This distraction allowed Rey to finally hit Jericho with his 619 finisher and save himself from unmasking forever. The week after Sabu sent Rey Mysterio crashing through a table, he did the same to John Cena on Monday Night Raw, who had recently lost his WWE Championship at an ECW pay-per-view. Seeking revenge, Cena appeared on ECW to confront Sabu and challenged him to an Extreme Rules lumberjack match at the upcoming Vengeance pay-per-view. The match began with Cena immediately throwing Sabu out of the ring. Sabu soon returned the favor, enabling Sandman to attack Cena with a kendo stick. Back in the ring, Sabu introduced a steel chair and executed some unique offense until Cena dodged a splash in the corner and regained control. However, before Cena could capitalize, a ringside brawl erupted between the lumberjacks. Sabu seized this opportunity, hitting Cena in the head with a steel chair and setting him up on a table. Cena narrowly avoided Sabu's attack at the last second and countered by delivering his FU finisher to Sabu through the table. Cena then applied his STFU submission hold, forcing Sabu to tap out and securing the victory. After Shinsuke Nakamura turned heel by delivering a vicious low blow to AJ Styles, the two were booked to settle their differences in a no disqualification match at the 2018 Backlash pay-per-view. However, during the match, both men simultaneously hit each other with low blows, resulting in a draw after neither could answer the referee's 10 count. To avoid another inconclusive result, they were scheduled to face off again in a last man standing match at the upcoming Money in the Bank pay-per-view. As soon as their rematch started, the action quickly spilled to the outside, where Shinsuke gained control by hitting Styles with a running kick. Shinsuke then got Styles back into the ring and drove him through a table, but Styles recovered before the 10 count. Styles then avoided an incoming strike, regained momentum, and targeted Shinsuke's legs with a steel chair. However, Shinsuke halted Styles' momentum with another low blow. Shinsuke then attempted to put Styles through the announcer's table, but Styles countered and delivered a Styles Clash off the steel steps onto the floor. Finally, Styles struck Shinsuke with a low blow and delivered a massive, phenomenal forearm through the announcer's table, keeping Shinsuke down for the 10 count and securing the victory.